I want to share 5 things today in this video in which I feel that people should know before they make their first initial deposit into their trading account. All right. Maybe you think in your mind you're ready to fund your first personal account when it comes to maybe trading futures. But are you really ready to start? Okay. So sit back and kind of just take some notes. I'm going to go over 5 things that I think are extremely important. Most of them I have covered before, but I like to always, kind of hit at home the bases again, because I know there are new people that watch the video content on a daily or come to the channel. And if you are new, please take the time to go ahead, sit back, watch the video, but make sure, go ahead and click on the sub button so that you have access to all the video content here. So you need to turn on your post notifications as well so you don't miss any of the video content. But go ahead, click on the sub button. This channel is packed with lots of free information surrounding trading futures. If you trade the NASDAQ, the Dow, any of the indices, the ES, or maybe you trade some commodities or currencies. There are so many markets or instruments you can trade when it comes to trading futures, all right? But before you make that first deposit into your trading account, you want to make sure that you know these 5 things that I'm talking about, that you have mastered them, that you understand them, so that it puts you into a better position when you are ready to start trading with your personal funds. First and foremost, number 1, I want to talk about understanding you need to know how to read market structure, all right? That's going to make the difference of you being able to take solid trades, okay? Because we want to trade in the direction of the market. We never want to trade against the big boys, okay? The institutions. The market makers are there to kind of fool us and trap us, but we have to understand what the markets are really trying to do so we can trade in the same direction, all right? We don't want to trade against the grain. So market structure is just basically, if you understand the concept of making higher highs and higher lows and lower lows and lower highs and looking for signs of reversal, this is where the concept of break of structure comes into play. You have to understand that, because we are looking for structural breaks to take place when trading supply and demand, because that's going to increase the probability of the setups in which we're taking. So we're looking for the market to pull back to either a high probability demand zone, especially where the zone is unmitigated and there's an imbalance set. Lots of you hear me talking about gaps. That's what I'm talking about. Or a supply zone at the top end to where the market pull back. Maybe we have multiple areas where the market is breaking structure, all right? Then it pull backs to a recently or developed area of supply, and we're looking for to take a trade, especially if it's a high probability setup, again, where there's a gap at or an imbalance at. So you have to understand the structure of the market. Yes, there can be reversals in the market, and you need to be able to identify the signs or know what a reversal kind of looks like, all right? Where the market is, if it's making higher highs and higher lows and breaking structure up, but then it starts to turn and reverse by breaking structure back to the downside, making a low, breaking structure, pulling back, making a lower high, and then breaking or making a new low, breaking more structure. So you want to be able to understand that, because it's extremely important that you understand how to read market structure, okay? Number 2, so that was number 1 there. Defining a consistent, profitable strategy to use. One that's going to allow you to be consistent daily. Now, I'm not going to say, you're not going to win every trade. You know that, okay? But the thing about it is limitation, okay? All right? Knowing when to get out of a trade. First and foremost, knowing if you're taking a good trade, okay? And even if you're taking a good trade, people have to understand not all trades are going to work out. It's just designed that way, okay? You have to understand that we don't control the market as retail traders. The institution, the market makers, they know where people's stops are at, okay? And they're going to test certain areas. If you listen to what I say right now, the next thing I say is extremely important. The whole nature of game of this business is liquidity. The sooner you understand that, the sooner you'll start to be able to see areas of liquidity resting on your charts, knowing where the market's going to go to, okay? Oh, the market makers are getting ready to set up a trap, to test areas of liquidity, and then continue the market in the same direction. But that's where a consistent strategy comes into fold, all right? One in which allows you, if you back test, okay, and forward test, and have done your homework and research, I'm not talking about a week or a month, give yourself some time to fully test a strategy through. Yes, everybody has the itch to want to get into the markets immediately and make money, but you can't do that, especially if you're looking to do this full time and for a long term basis. Okay, please take your time and do your homework, diligence. Okay, understand that. Being patient. All right. When you're taking setups, make sure they're high probability setups. Okay, using a strategy I talk about here on this channel. I give example after example and video after video, free content. If you simply just take the time to watch, you can educate yourself on a strategy that works. Okay, but it's all about, you may not see setups like I see. Okay, but if you watch the videos, you'll slowly start to understand the concept behind the actual strategy in which I talk about and I trade. You understand how it works. It's not hard. It's actually elementary if you really put some time into it. Okay, because all I'm doing is using confluence on 2 charts. All right, so please take the time to go ahead, sub to the channel now so you can go back and watch the video. Okay, and I'm making video content, pretty much on a daily basis because I want to see people succeed. All right, now if you have a strategy that works, I always tell people, if you are consistent and profitable, all right, please do not try to fix something that is not broken. Okay, continue doing what you're doing to make the money that you're making. Understand that. All right, so this is for individuals that are soul searching for a strategy in which they can actually use that's going to help them out on a daily basis, one in which they can build and grow their trading account. Okay, all right, so but if you have the money to put into or deposit into your account, I'm not saying not to go ahead and do it, but don't start trading and go into your live account until you're ready and got everything under wraps. All right, number 3, let's talk about back testing and forward testing because it's extremely important. I'm talking about going back on your charts over a period of time, month to month to month. Okay, taking a strategy, any strategy, it can be the one I talk about so heavily on this channel. Okay, again, if you're not a sub, you're missing out. Please take the time to go ahead and click on the subscribe button now and make sure you have your post notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the uploads. All right, going back on the charts, reviewing, looking for setups, using that strategy and seeing how many times, you can do a trial, okay, over 100 tests, okay, with a particular strategy to see how well it works, okay. All right, that's going to help kind of define, okay, I have more winning than losing trades and going back using the strategy. But you have to understand that you need to be looking for high probability setups, okay, not low probability setups. Low probability setups, 8 out of 10 times or 9 times out of 10, they are not going to work out. All right, so this is what I'm here to tell you, that the higher the probability, okay, the better the trade is going to work out in your favor. But you have to understand as well, knowing when to get in. There is a point of execution to get in a trade and a point of execution to get out or exit a trade just as well. So I want to say that as well. But go back, do yourself. When I say homework, I mean research, going back, testing strategies out to see how profitable they can be if you were to use them in real time. And then also use it in real time in simulation or demo to see how consistently profitable you can be week to week to week. Then once you have identified that, hey, this is really working for me, maybe I need to give it a go, take a few $100, okay, of that money maybe you had deposited into your personal trading account that you deposited, give it a go. But don't go heavy, all right? Take it lightly, build up an account. You start to see you're making money at a slow and steady pace. Then continue, allow the account to grow, and then maybe you can start stepping up with, if you want to trade larger lot sizes or contracts. All right, number 4 is what I want to talk about real quick, is the time periods of day. That truly matters. I talked about in a video about the 7:30 to like 9, and then around like 9:30 to 10:30, 11 o'clock. I personally like to trade in more than 2 hours a day. I like to get my trading done, really, if I can do it in 1 hour. All right, so time periods in which I like to trade predominantly is during pre-market, okay? Then the first hour after the market opens up, because there's a lot of volume, all right? That's what we're looking for. Yeah, we're looking for volatility, but we're looking for volume as well. And of course, they go hand in hand, okay? There's going to be lots of volatility if there's lots of volume in the market. But we want to stay away from news events. Most days we have the 8:30, news events. You may have something at 10 o'clock, whatever the case is. Stay away from heavy impacted or high impact news events. Please do yourself that favor. To me, you can catch some great setups pre-market between 7:30. So that means you need to get in front of your charts around 7:15. Start looking, okay? Because the market is coming out of the London session swing into the pre-market US session, all right? And there's some great setups that unfold. That's why I talk about, once we get around that 10:30, 11 o'clock time frame, the markets tend to sometimes like to reverse. So whatever happened during the London session and we're bullish, say for example, and the market continues to follow suit through the pre-market session, all right, expect something to happen shortly after the actual US or New York session opens up an hour after, okay? So I want to talk about that. So look, pre-market is a great opportunity to look for some great setups. The last thing I want to talk about, number 5, is very important. And it's something I talked about that I was going to work on for myself as a goal here at the beginning of 2024. That is the limitations on the number of trades that I'm actually going to take, okay? You'll find this. The more trades you take, all right, what's going to end up happening is you're probably going to have more losses than wins, okay? Or, well, and another part to that too is trade management, okay? You have to know when to cut trades. People always want to talk about win rates. They always want to talk about, when to get in and when to get out of a trade, or a trade doesn't work properly. A strategy doesn't work properly. Strategies work, but you just have to be able to understand and use them correctly is what I'm trying to say. All right. If a trade's not working out, I'll talk about in multiple videos. I just did one recently, cutting the trade early enough so that take a small loss, maybe break even, and look for the next setup. So limitation on the number of trades. Let's say you get into a trade. All right. And it's a high probability setup, and you quickly notice that it's not working in your favor. Cut the trade early on in, so you are limiting the amount of money that you're risking. Okay, all right. Go ahead and cut it early. Don't even let the trade hit your full-on stop. Okay, that way you're protecting your capital. Then maybe you say in your trading plan, I have a 2-trade setup minimum. For me, it's primarily if I get one good trade. I'm gonna tell you now, I'm done. If you in your first trade setup that you executed, you done and made money, close shop. Okay. Tomorrow's another day. Just do it in repetition day to day to day is what I'm trying to say. So as long as you're doing that, you will see some consistency. But taking 5 and 6 trades a day, what are you trying to prove to yourself? Okay? That at that point is either you're revenge trading because you're taking more losses and you just want to see, or you're just in a testing mode to see how many trades I can win, consecutively in a row. What you're going to end up finding is that you need to hone in on the craft and making sure that you understand the strategy correct. And once you got that in line, then having a limitation on the number of trades. You have to have a system in place because, are you really going to, when you start trading with your own funds, taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades a day? If you're doing that, that's on you. But I'm here to tell you that you're going to find that limiting the number of trades you take during a session is going to work out more so in your favor. That's called having a trading plan. But it's also called let me grab or grasp myself or grab myself and put myself in check and have a plan for myself from a mental standpoint. Okay. All right. If you don't, you're going to be all over the place. You're going to be chasing the markets, revenge trading, trying to make up some losses that you made. Don't do that. If you take a small loss on that first trade, then maybe close shop. All right. If you want to get into a second trade, I would personally, I'm telling you, 2 trades minimum, I'm done. Seriously. Okay. If you break even that day, that's good. But at the end of the week is what you really want to look at. You want to see, did I truly become profitable? Again, win rate, yeah, you can say it's important to some people. To me, not as much. I'm looking at the fact that how well I was able to manage my trades, execute them, cut them early enough, and at the end of the week did I come out profitable. Not based on the number of trades that I took. I had 10 wins and 2 losses. I'm not looking at that. Again, because I could actually my wins that I took, the 2 losses that I took, could be heavy enough to they outdid those 8 wins. And then I'm end up negative for the week. So it's trade management. Understand that. You could actually have more losing trades, okay? And let's say you have 2 losing trades and one winning trade. Guess what? That one winning trade could have, put you in a profitable position by the end of the week because maybe you held it through. Maybe you're looking for a larger risk to reward ratio, a 1-to-2, 1-to-3, whatever it is you're looking for, okay? But limitation on the number of trades and knowing how to properly use trade management and risk management It's going to help you out in your favor. But I just want to talk about those things today, okay? These are all the things that I personally would say that people really need to. So these are all the things that I feel you need to know, those 5, all right? Before you start making any type of deposit into your personal trading account, please grasp this information, understand it, allow it to seep into your mindset, okay? If not now, it will eventually, okay? Because you'll either start blowing some accounts or making some huge mistakes, and then you'll be going back to the drawing board over and over and over until you figure these things out. So if you're not a current subscriber, please take the time to go ahead, click on the sub button down below, make sure to turn your post notifications on, and start watching the video content so you can, start finding your way, etching out your own way so you can become profitable and consistent in making money trading each and every day. I'll talk about the strategy and how I trade supply and demand using 2-chart confluence, here on the channel. So watch the video content. If you do, you're probably going to pick it up yourself. We've had tons of people that have watched the videos, have sent me, say direct messages about questions, and, I respond back because that's good. People have questions because questions, you may not, know something, and not everybody, we all start from somewhere is what I'm trying to get at. So we all have to kind of work our way up. And the best thing to do is don't ever feel like a question, whatever question is dumb. It's not a stupid question. Okay. So maybe you come over from the Forex world and you're switching over to futures and you have a question or two, or whatever the case is. Now, I don't know much about Forex. I've never traded it, but I'm just telling you that I know asking questions helps in the end is what I'm trying to really get at. So click the sub button down below. Spend some time watching the videos. You'll probably pick up on the information. For those that want to get even more of a more insight or in-depth view of the type of trades I take, trades I've taken and posted over on the Discord community, and then I break them down, you may want to become an elite member, okay? It's only $6.99 a month. That's all it is. So you'll find a link right below the Discord link down in the description portion of the video if you scroll down. The second link where it says become an elite member, if you click on that, 2 tiers will pop up. The second one, make sure to click that one for $6.99. That's going to give you access to the trade breakdown videos. I'm not talking about 1 or 2. I'm talking about there's a slew of them there on trades that I've taken where I go into detail about my mindset, what I was thinking and lead up to that trade, but also breaking down the trade using the strategy. Also talking about where to place profit targets at, stop losses, and just giving you just a full-on rundown of why I took that trade. Also, you receive the video playlist and a great video that I did covering market structure if you fully do not understand market structure. So it's like market structure 101 type video. So anyways, it's there for all those that want to become an elite member today. But again, the link is down in the description portion of the video for anyone that is interested. All right. I thank everyone that is an elite member and is part of the private community. I appreciate you guys supporting my efforts as a content creator, because that's what you're doing by, enrolling in the elite membership program, or to become an elite member, I should say. But again, for anyone who's interested, the link's down below in the description. But outside of that, that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate you tuning in and watching today's video. And hopefully you found something or able to take something away from the video today and found value. If so, please make sure to drop a like on the video. Take care, and I'll see everyone in the next video.